Okay, before we start class day, let's pray first with our personal belief. Pray begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Finish. Okay, guys. So today we are going to talk about education, education vocabulary. Yeah, here are some vocab that you need to memorize. The first one is to attend classes, means to go to classes. Bachelor's degree, tau lah ya. Boarding school, it's also familiar. Distance learning, a way of studying where tuition is carried out over the internet or by post. Okay, interesting. Then after that, face-to-face classes. Ya, as opposed to distance learning. Jadi antonimnya. And next, to fall behind with your studies means to progress less quickly than others. Gitu ya. Then give it back. Our guidance on a student's work. Graduation ceremony, ini tahu lah ya. Higher education. Education usually in a college or university. Okay. And then an intensive course, a course that offers a lot of training in order to reach a goal in a short a time as possible. We can say that it's kind of like intensive course gitu ya yang kalian lakuin sekarang. Then after that, to keep up with your studies, do not fall behind. Learn something by heart, to memorize it. A mature student, a student who is older than average and who has usually returned to education after a period at work. Okay. Master's degree, ini juga tahu lah ya. To meet a deadline, to play truant, to stay away from classes without permission. Okay. Private language school, an independent school run as a business concern. Public schools, exclusive independent schools, ya in the UK. Ya maksudnya di tempat lain juga ada public schools. A single sex school, a school where only boys or girls attend, gitu ya. To sit an exam, to take an exam. State school, a school paid for by public funds and available to the general public. Subject specialist, yeah, it's one of my favorite education vocabulary. Subject specialist, a teacher who has a great deal of knowledge about the subject they teach. Well, actually, it's not only the teacher, but yeah, someone who can master it, their subject, I suppose. And then to take a year out, to spend a year working or traveling before starting university, kind of like a gap year. Yeah. Tuition fees, the money paid for a course of study. And then the last one, to work your way through university, to have a paid job whilst studying to support yourself financially, gitu ya. Is there any question? No?
Not yet so far.
Okay, remember guys, don't overthink. Okay, just simple ideas and then after that elaborate it. You can use this vocabulary, but be wise. You don't need to memorize all of them, just use it wisely. Okay. Siapa dulu nih? Okay, Jeremy dulu deh.
Hello.
Are you studying English at a school?
Well, starting from the elementary school, junior high school, senior high school, even until college, I learned English. I learned the English through the speaking parts, listening, writing, and also the reading parts. And right now, since I'm planning to pursue a master's degree, I decided to take an intensive course to study the IELTS, especially the speaking and writing parts. And hopefully, after taking this class, I can excel the test.
Would you say you are a good student?
Well, I think I'm quite a good student in terms of curiosity and keeping up with others because I like to learn and to study new things and also discuss with my friends. And also, I love to learn things by heart. So, yeah, I would say that I'm a good student.
When you were younger, did you enjoy your time at school?
Well, I enjoy my time at school, especially during the extracurricular activities because I get to meet a lot of new friends and also try a lot of new things. But for the studying parts, I enjoy learning English and also maths because th both of them are interesting subjects.
What do you think, Jeremy?
I'm trying to be as simple as possible, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still kind of challenging
Why?
because I'm worried that it might be too short or might be unclear.
What do you mean by unclear
Like maybe it's not answering the questions or
question?
maybe giving too
Okay.
much informations.
Oh, I see. As I said, don't overthink. Yeah.
Yeah, trying my best.
Yeah. Because based on your experience, right, you can, yeah, share your experience back at schools and so on. Don't overthink. Okay. At first, I was afraid that you were going to list things. Ya. Jadi yang pertama aku kayak khawatir nih, loh kok nyebutin ini tapi akhirnya dijelasin. So that's good then.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then you also use the vocabulary but still a little bit hesitate ya.
Yeah.
Kayak patah-patah gitu nggak sih ngerasa?
Yeah, because I try to, incorporate the vocabs.
I
Try
see.
to remember what's the word, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Probably you can focus on the chunks or the vocabulary, and then after that, yeah, as the main ideas. For example, you want to talk about the subject specialist or apa ya? Tadi apalagi yang kamu pakai deh vocabnya? Sorry, agak lupa. Oh,
Mm,
intensive course gitu ya.
intensive, yes.
Iya, ya gitu berarti kau fokusnya di intensive course and then after that you can elaborate it more gitu. Tapi
Oh,
kalau yang kayak tadi juga udah oke sih. Jadi maksud aku untuk mempermudah kamu ngomong gitu ya, biar nanti vocab apa ya yang bakalan aku pakai, takutnya kan gitu. Jadi kamu either fokusnya itu nanti ditaruh belakangan bisa dijadikan main ideas gitu. Yes,
okay.
for example, I took an intensive course like right now, blah blah blah, and then after that you can elaborate it more gitu. Jadi nggak perlu lagi mikirin vocab-vocab lain karena udah ada di awalnya gitu sih. Sama kayak untuk yang di part kedua kan, aku menyarankan kalian untuk fokus menjawab pertanyaan yang keempat ini dulu, baru kalau masih ada waktu you can elaborate it more gitu. Ya, oke, Jeremy.
So-
Eh, putus-putus ya? Kedengeran nggak?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's loud
Oke
and
deh,
clear. Thank you.
you're welcome. Then next, Arina.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, are you studying English at school?
Yes, I'm currently enrolling in a language school, a language course and I study English there to improve my speaking and writing ability.
Would you say you are a good student?
I can categorize myself as a good student since I feel committed to the class and attend most of the class. I also do the deadline before its due date, and I think that makes me that makes me a good student.
When you were younger, did you enjoy your time at school?
Yes, of course. I really enjoyed my time at school, especially when I was in senior high school, because I love my friends there. I had such a good time in high school with all the extracurriculars, with the study groups, and also the organizations.
Okay, Arina, what do you think about your speaking?
Mm.
Kenapa?
Tadi ya masih salah-salah sih.
Yeah. Um, ini ya, grammatical errors ya. And then
Mm-mm.
also it's kind of like short answer. Terutama tadi yang pertama ya, pendek
Mm-mm.
pendek banget.
Karena bingung, karena pertanyaan are you studying? Berarti kan pasti sekarang ya, Miss ya?
Yeah, I know. Kind of like apa ya? Tricky question gitu. But
Mm.
probably you can say that, well, currently I'm working, but yeah, I took apa, for example, I took English classes when I was in senior high school or blah 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 and so on. But right now you can say that you can take an intensive course gitu kan sama aja
Ah,
gitu. Ya kan
oke.
makanya kayak kemampuan kita ini aja sih gitu. Studying doesn't mean that studying at school doang gitu kan. Ya, kamu bisa ngomongin yang di school juga, tapi kamu juga talking about the course as well, itu juga bisa gitu ya. Oke,
Oke, Miss.
jadi kayak gitu. And then after that, tadi writing abilities, kayak lebih cocoknya writing skills saja ya.
Ah, oke.
And then, yeah, the good thing is you use the vocabulary, yeah, education vocabulary, but still audible voice and hesitate, ya, gitu ya, Rina. Oke,
Oke, Miss.
eh, kalian kedengeran suara kucing nggak?
Kedengeran tapi kecil banget.
I don't
Ah, ya.
even realize there's a cat
Don't
until
even
you told
know.
me.
Oke, then it's a mating season. Jadi kucing
Ah,
berisik banget gitu ya. Belum di
okay.
steril, jadi gitu ya.
No worries.
Maafkan kalau
Understandable.
ganggu ya. And then next, Gio.
Hi.
Hi. Are you studying English at a school?
Well, even though I'm taking the public school, but we do have a weekly language English uh, lesson. So I do take it weekly, and currently I'm taking a IELTS intensive course to prepare my pursuing master degree.
Okay. Would you say you are a good student?
Well, for the context learning language, like I'm Indonesian, so we do learn English and bahasa Indonesia at school, but for the language subject, I think I'm not a really good student, yeah. But for the other subject, I think I'm a pretty good student. I'm meeting deadline for and I have a good score in exam, especially in math and physics.
Okay. When you were younger, did you enjoy your time at school?
Yeah, I enjoy school really well, yeah. Sorry, because I think in school you can have fun. I think it's quite exciting when we are in school because we can explore anything we want, we can learn anything we interested in. So I would say I really enjoy my time at school.
Okay. What do you think, Gio?
Yeah, I kind of nervous at first.
Ya, aku baru mau nanya. Are you nervous?
Yeah, but
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. And yeah, how's your progress anyway? How do you build your English habit?
Yeah, actually, I'm sorry that I cannot attend
No, it's okay. I mean,
two classes yet.
besides
But
besides
yeah,
these classes, besides the classes, ya. Selain
yeah,
kelas ini gimana?
I just try to improve my English by watching content in English. So maybe that's my effort for the past weeks.
Only watching?
Watching, yeah, currently only watching.
How about
But
speaking practice?
yeah, I forgot to practice my speaking, but I do take the reference you mentioned last week, like the
Mhm.
speech edge, and I
Mhm.
think I would try it. I would give it a try, like maybe today, this night, or tomorrow, maybe.
Okay. What are you waiting for?
Because we
Yeah.
are in class, right? So I will do it after this.
Okay. No, I mean, like I've already mentioned it, I think few days ago. Yeah. Okay, for your speaking in part one, still yeah, hesitation. And then after that, when you talk about something in the past, so it should be in the past gitu kan. Jadi kan yang are you studying English at a school? Kamu kan udah nggak sekolah lagi ya?
Yeah,
Iya, berarti kan it happened in
study.
the past. Ya, okay. Then after that, kebiasaan ya, ada belakangnya ya, ya, gitu. Okay. Did you
Try to
realize?
minimize. Yeah, happens twice.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, be mindful,
Yeah.
okay, with your words. Jangan ditunda-tunda lagi ya, Gio ya. Because speaking needs to practice, okay?
Okay.
If you
Noted.
just watch the video, it's kind of lack passive skills gitu. Nggak bisa, karena speaking tuh harus aktif ya. Okay, then next, Martin.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you studying English at the school?
Uh, Unfortunately, I'm not. Hello, hello.
Yeah?
Sorry,
Yeah?
can you hear me? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Unfortunately, not. Back then, my teachers didn't taught any English at all. Didn't teach any English at all, and uh, I needed to take a private course, English course near my house. So I picked up a new language, English to be exact. A little bit late compared to other students, but it's better late than never.
Would you say you are a good student?
Well, I would consider myself as a straight A student. Yeah. So, uh, I didn't know, but I don't know, but I felt school is so easy back then. I always aced my exams, and I don't know. I just uh, learn or have heavy subjects by heart. So most of my friends called me arrogant, but it wasn't really hard to keep with my studies and balance it with my extracurricular activities.
Okay. When you were younger, did you enjoy your time at school?
Uh, no, I didn't know why back then, but I always thought at the class uh, the activities that I wanted to do after the schools. So I just think about the fun part because I didn't really like to study new things or subjects that my teachers taught at school. So yeah, I didn't like school at all.
Okay. What do you think, Martin?
Uh, mm, Still, uh, there's a little bit hesitations, and
Yep.
I've always scared to say it wrong grammatically,
Mm,
so that's why still takes longer.
okay. You didn't get English at school, really?
No. I just made it up.
Oh, thought. Yeah, I was surprised that you didn't get English at school. Okay, then you made up stories. Why?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, why? Why you made up stories?
Yeah. To extend my idea. Sometimes it's
Oh,
easier to it's easier to talk something that you never did.
oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, understandable. Yes, but still, yeah, hesitate and then audible voice. But the good thing is you use the vocabulary, and then for answering question number one, it if it's the made up stories, make up stories, so it's quite good then. Kalau itu bohong, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's good then.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can do it in part 2 as well. Okay, next sudah ya semuanya. Okay. Okay, guys, let's move on to part 2. I will give you 1 minute to do brainstorming. And as usual, you need to answer these questions in 2 minutes, okay? Describe a time during your education that you really enjoyed. You should say when this period was, where you were, where you were, what you were studying at the time, and say why you were so happy. Okay? And please remember, if it's happened in the past, so you need to use past tense. What subject saja kali ya? Okay, Jeremy, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, you can start it now.
Okay, today I'd like to talk about time during my education that I really enjoyed. So it was back in 2018 during my bachelor's degree at University of Indonesia. Back then, I studied electrical engineering for 4 years until 2022. So it was half offline and half distance learning, which is very cool in my opinion. But anyway, I was so happy during that time because in my first year, it was like the first time I lived by myself, far away from home and also from my family. It really helped me to grow to be a mature person because I need to deal with everything by myself and I need to take a look at my things as well. And also, I'm happy that I get to meet a lot of new friends from around all around Indonesia, from the Sumatra Island up until the Papua Island. And I get to keep up with them, studying together, dealing with deadlines together. and it was really fun and also memorable for me. And for the distance learning part, it was also exciting because uh, I get to spend a lot of time virtually with my friends, not only studying, but also playing video games together and chatting and laughing together. And also, there are one more thing that's also interesting during this distance learning because I've had the opportunity to be a subject specialist in which I taught electronics engineering to juniors and assess their scores as well. So it's a really great opportunity for me to be a teacher and also to
Okay, stop.
analyze people.
Okay, that's good then. Cukup ya? Pas.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think, Jeremy?
I think it's quite good, yeah,
Mhm.
because I'm speaking from my own experiences and I love talking about it because it's enjoyable and memorable as well.
I see. Yeah, probably because it's your thing gitu ya. And then you can share your experience there. So that's why your fluency, and then it feels like you enjoy to share your stories gitu. You, ya apa? You use the vocabulary as well, and then answer all the questions. Feel natural, calm, and yeah, flow gitu, ngeflow aja. That's good then. Keep it up,
Thank you.
Jeremy. Jangan jangan kayak kemarin-kemarin lagi ya.
Yeah, yeah.
Tapi apa karena ini topik kamu? Takutnya nanti kalau topiknya nggak
No, I
bukan.
think I'm a bit under the weather the past few days, but now I'm all good.
Oke then. Oke, it's good then. Next, Arina.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, you can start it now.
The time during my education that I really enjoyed was during my high school period. I studied at a public school in my hometown back then on 2014 until 2017. It was very memorable because I remember I only had a good times when I was there. I took science major as my I took science as my main major, but I also took a supplementary course in economics. And since that, I interested in economics, which lead me to where I am now. Where am I now? I was so interested in economics, and even then, I participated in several competitions as a delegate from my school. Not only from the study experience, but I also had a very great time in my high school period because I actively participated in several organizations such as the student council, also in the dance extracurricular and design graphic extracurricular. It makes me it made me ha become more sociable and leads me to become more social butterfly.
Okay, okay, and then stop. Okay, sorry. Arina, what do you think?
Nggak tahu terakhir itu apa.
Kenapa?
Karena
Padahal,
bingung.
padahal,
Kalau
padahal udah bagus loh idenya. Cuman ya first of
punya
all,
banyak temen terus apa?
iya, first of all, ya awalnya tuh pas kamu paraphrasing ya, itu kayak ngelup gitu kan, during gitu. As I said to you that probably you can use the simple way gitu. I would like to tell you about gitu aja. Atau I'm going to tell you about gitu. Ya, my story when I was in college, for example. Gitu aja dibikin simple di awal, jadi nggak usah apa ya, overthink, nggak terbebani gitu. Gimana aku harus memparaphrase-nya gitu ya. Dan after that ya self correction kayak grammatical errors terus kamu coba benerin gitu ya. I took a science major terus bla 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 apalagi kayak gitu kan. Sama kayak tadi which lead me. Padahal tuh udah bagus pakai kayak relative pronoun gitu kan which bla 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 tapi it should be which led me because it should be in the past kan.
Iya.
Dan kamu juga bagus tadi pakai not only but also. Itu kamu udah coba pakai-pakai kayak gitu tuh bagus sebenarnya. Ya. And then after that you also get into details by giving the samples. For example, you delete apa become joining some uh, organizations and then competitions and so on gitu kan. Terus but still ya hesitate dan after that audible voices terus pauses ya pas apalagi udah mau akhir-akhir tadi.
Iya, karena bingung mau ngomong apa udah.
Oke. Ya mungkin udah dijawab semua juga ya.
Iya.
Oke, Din. Ya tinggal dikit lagi sih sebenarnya. Cuman mungkin kamu bisa ngomongin something that unforgettable gitu, apalagi yang nggak terlupakan gitu ya. Oke, probably met your boyfriend or whatever gitu.
Oke.
Oke, gitu ya.
Oke, Min.
Ya, you're welcome. Next, Gio.
Yeah,
Okay, Gio, you can start it now.
sorry.
Yeah, you can start it now.
Oh, yeah. So uh, I would say that I really enjoy my time at university. It took place, it was from 2018 to 2020, where I took electrical engineering studies at the university near my house at Depok. So the reason I choose this subject is because uh, we learn no chemistry or biology in this subject, and it's just math and physics, the subjects that I really like. The reason I really enjoy the my time at university because I met a lot of friends there, and I also experienced a bunch of new thing. For example, I become a lecture assistant for mechanical physics, and I also doing part-time job as a taekwondo trainer, and I also take part as staff at the student organization. Actually, in my subject, electrical engineering, we have four specialization, and I took the control engineering, which where I studied robotics and control system, and the one that really makes me happy at that time is because I really make my parents proud of me, especially after I graduate with the bachelor degree. And I'm thinking about uh, to pursuing my master degree soon to continue my education, and I think that's that's all the reason why I really enjoy my time at university.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Keep.
that's all I think. I don't know anymore.
Okay, stop. Yeah, probably it's about 10 seconds left. Tinggal 10 detik lagi sebenarnya sih.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, what do you think, Gio?
yeah, just don't know how to make a good story yet. I have, yeah, sorry, I said, yeah. Uh, I think I made during the time that I can,
Mm-hmm.
structure my question answer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I, I made up some points that I think it's quite interesting to discuss or to tell.
Okay.
But uh, I don't think I can deliver the story quite good, yeah, and make the listener interesting in what I would
No,
like to say.
no, actually it's quite interesting. Yeah. First of all, you talk about the reason you took this subject, for example, kan, apa, electronic, blah blah blah, and then you can learn physics, chemistry, and so on. Yeah, it's different from your friends. Then after that, you also giving the examples by becoming a research assistant and so on. And then after that, making your parents proud. Yeah, it's quite interesting actually, but probably the way you deliver it, gitu ya, because it feels like you, I don't know, you overthink probably because it affects your fluency, yeah. And then you produce the audible voices, hesitate as well. Probably if you overthink, yeah, it will affect your fluency then gitu. Kalau misalnya kamu
Okay.
nggak overthink gitu, aku rasa ini idenya udah cukup bagus. Cuman sayangnya karena itu sih audible voices and hesitate-nya itu yang lumayan mengganggu gitu ya Gio ya. Coba kalau lebih relax
Yes.
lagi. Kamu kan kayak perlu belajar untuk relax aja kali ya. Jangan overthink. I would like to tell you about my university life, for example, kayak gitu. Gak apa kayak pertamanya kayak pelan-pelan aja gitu. Gak usah harus cepat. Fluency doesn't mean that you need to be fast ya. Fluency that fluency means that you can communicate smoothly gitu, okay?
Yeah.
Without overthinking or need some pausing to translate from bahasa into English gitu sih, Kyo ya. Cuman tinggal fluensinya aja kali ya di ituin lagi, diimprove lagi.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Next. Marina tuh siapa? Martin. Martin.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You can start it now.
Okay. I would like to tell you about a period that I really loved the most during my study. So it was my universe back when I was in university. Most of youngsters now call it their university or uni life.
Mhm.
So I was taking my computer engineering degree back then, since I'm really into it and would consider myself a bit of a tech buff. So that was the reason why I chose that major. The first reason I really love about my university life is that was the first time I can live without my parents. So I can live by my own alone. So I enjoyed lots of my freedoms and independence with them. On top of that, also that was my first time to choose the subject I really love or I really like back then. For instance, I took psychology course, politics psychology, if I'm not mistaken, the name of the subject, because I found it really interesting and sounds totally uh, weird for me. And other things is that was the first time we experienced the first and hopefully the last time we experienced the COVID-19. So we moved from the face-to-face learning to distance online learning, and I found it really efficient and effective. But having said that, uh, I also found it really hard to keep up with my studies because the lecturer taught the subject really fast and everything moved in a fast pace. So I had a little bit of struggling to uh, learn
Okay,
new
stop.
things and
Sorry. Aku karena fokus bikin notes jadi oke. kelebihan dikit 9 detik. Okay, what do you think, Martin?
Uh, eh, Actually, this time I tried a little bit slower to
Mhm.
enhance my pronunciation.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
and not try to overthink.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's good then. Yeah, actually it's quite good. Yeah. And it's interesting because besides using the education vocabulary, I heard the technology vocabulary as well, right? Tadi ya,
Yeah.
tech buff. Okay. And then probably grammatical errors, mistakes. It should be I could live, not I can live without.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it
Because
happened in the
in
past.
past. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then it's quite interesting when you said that you also took psychology course whilst you apa tadi ini electric electronic,
Computer.
iya gitu kan?
Computer.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
also use other subject gitu kan? It's quite interesting story. And then yeah, you answer the questions as well, but still ya, audible voices.
Yeah.
Oke, gitu aja sih. Oke, Martin, coba nanti
Understood.
audible voices-nya diganti dengan cara lain. Linking words, for example. Okay. Or pauses. Ya,
Or what?
pause. Pauses.
Pause. Ah, okay.
Ya. Oke, next. Berarti Orselia.
Yes, Miss.
Ya. Are you ready, Orselia?
Yes.
Okay, you can start it now.
So today I want to talk about one of the most enjoyable times in my education, and it was during my second year at university. When I was studying accounting as part of my bachelor degree, I was attending a state university in Makassar, and that really stood out of me. At the time, I find the university covering several interesting subjects, but I especially enjoy management accounting. Maybe the reason why I enjoy the management accounting because it was practical and theoretical at the same time. And I found out I like solving problems and analyzing the case study. And my teacher was a real subject specialist with a lot of real world experience, and he always shares story from his career. Which for me, it made the lesson even more engaging and not really boring and really theoretical. And I think I was so happy during this period because I had finally adjust to a university life. Because in my first year I struggled a bit, and sometimes I fell behind with my study, especially I was from a science major, and then at university I study accounting. But by the second year I had learned how to manage my time and meet deadlines with a lot of subject that I study. I also met a great group of friends, and we often studied together and supported each other, especially before the exam start. Probably another reason this period was enjoyable because I felt more motivated than ever because in this second year,
Okay, stop.
I had a clear understanding. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Orselia?
Probably this time it's too slow. I need to
Huh?
improve again. Time management, miss.
What do you
I'm a
mean?
bit too slow. I think I haven't answered the last question, like why you were so happy. The last part
Hmm, okay.
and a couple of pronunciation.
Okay. And then what else?
Mm, and probably it's not that interesting.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's not because you slow, yeah, but probably, as I said before, you can focus on the question first, and then after that you can elaborate it more, gitu ya. Jadi tadi mungkin kayak probably because you are too excited to tell the story, but it's a good actually ya. You I feel enjoy listening to your story because the way you deliver it, ya, like you feel excited to tell the story to the audience gitu loh. Aku suka kamu cara ininya tuh ngomongnya kayak kayak hey you need to apa listen to my stories because it's kind of like interesting story kayak gitu kamu ngomongnya ibaratnya gitu ya, and then after that you also use some fancy vocabulary such as engaging and yeah some other vocabularies as well gitu ya, education fall behind, cuman mungkin kayak tadi ada yang grammatical errors gitu ya, when it should be in the past tapi kamu pakainya simple present gitu ya.
Yeah. Okay, Miss.
Gitu sih. Oke.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Ya, kenapa sih kalian pada overthink ceritanya nggak seru? Seru-seru aja. Jangan overthink, oke? Oke, guys. Kita coba part 3 ya. Jeremy.
Yes.
Okay. What qualities do you think a good teacher has?
Well, first of all, it's very important for a teacher to be the subject specialist. For example, if you're a math teacher, then you need to be good at numbers and also calculations. The second, I think it's about the communications because smart or specialist is one thing, but communicating it clearly is another thing.
Hmm.
And if a teacher can deliver the materials very clearly to their students, then it will be a plus point. Even though they might not be the smartest one in the subject or the most expert, but I think it's quality that's the most important for a teacher.
Okay. What are the advantages of studying on a distance learning course?
Well, there are plenty of advantages, of course, on taking distance learning course. The first one is the accommodations. We do not need to wake up early, take a shower, and go to the school or any class. We just can simply wake up and log into our computer or to the website of the learning platform, then simply just start learning. It is very practical and very easy. We can learn more things in more time, I guess. So it's one of the advantages. And also it's flexible since we do not need to attend like live classes all the time. We can study on demand and learn at our own pace.
Do all children get equal opportunities in education?
Unfortunately, not all children get equal opportunities in educations. We here in Jakarta are the luckiest one, I guess, in Indonesia because we have the best schools and also the best qualities of education. The teachers as well, the subject specialists are the best as well in the country. So we can consider ourselves lucky in this case. But for those in rural areas, they're the unfortunate ones because not only that they're still little subject specialists, but also proper schools are not in place as well. So we need to use this privilege as good as possible and try to help them to have a better quality of education.
Okay. Okay, Jeremy, what do you think about your speaking in part 3?
uh I think I still try to think to uh to talk about my points or my opinions on the topics because it's quite heavy topic in my opinion.
Okay. Well, yeah, actually, it's quite good. You answered the questions, right? Especially for number 1. Yeah, you gave the examples as well gitu kan. You can elaborate it more by getting into details. But for number 2, kayaknya pengertian akomodasi di sini itu ya. Menurut kamu akomodasi itu apa, Jeremy? Accommodation.
Maybe it's more like we do not need to
Nah,
go to school by using the transportations. We just
iya,
can learn from the computers
itu yang
from our
aku
desk.
pelajari juga ya. Ketika aku
Yes.
masih di Indo dan ketika aku di luar. Aku baru tahu accommodation itu tempat kita tinggal, bukan
Oh,
mobility ya. Beda gitu.
yeah,
Jadi kalau kamu
okay.
misalnya cari di kamus pun, accommodation means a place to stay or live gitu. Jadi perlu berhati-hati ya. Gitu sih.
Okay, thank you.
And then ya tadi talking about the flexibility as well. It's good. Cuman pas yang number 3 itu udah kayak mungkin quite tough question gitu ya.
Yes, it is.
Semakin hesitate, semakin ya ke belakang semakin hesitate gitu sih. But I
Yes.
think it's quite good. Probably you can try it again later. Yeah, you can record your own voice and after that you can evaluate it. Okay, Jeremy?
Okay.
Next, Arina.
Yes, Miss.
What qualities do you think a good teacher has?
A good teacher should master the subject they teach, and also a good teacher should have an ability to deliver the materials very well, so the student can understand the materials and can study it very well.
What are the advantages of studying on a distance learning course?
Distance learning course is very convenient because we don't need to see each other to have a course, because it can be accessed from everywhere and anywhere, and it becomes more flexible. So udah Miss, itu aja Miss.
Kenapa? Okay. Do all children get equal opportunities in education?
Well, education should be inclusive and can be accessed by everyone, but in Indonesia, the education opportunities is not accessible for everyone. Not all region have good qualities in education, and also good qualities in educator or teachers. So it's still uh, uh, it needs a government regulation to make education become accessible for everyone.
Okay. What do you think, Arina?
Yang the second question, I forgot what I want to say. Bener-bener ngeblank. Jadi
Okay. Is it hard or tough questions or difficult questions? Are 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 this difficult?
actually not
Not,
not really difficult, Miss.
but
Maybe I just don't have the vocabulary for
okay.
English.
Yeah, probably you can use the simplest one. Yeah, for example, you're talking about the equality opportunities in education. You can probably give the examples. For example, as we know that in Papua, it's so different with Jakarta, for example, kayak gitu ya. both from the facilities and the quality of educators as well gitu. Jadi gunakan kata-kata yang simple aja gitu. Kalau misalnya kayak aduh vocabnya apa ya? Kayak gitu. Just find the other words. Find the synonyms, the alternative way gitu ya. Daripada fokus di satu kata sampai akhirnya kamu postnya tuh lama gitu ya. Mungkin karena mikir kan, kayak gitu ya. Ya, hesitate and then after that looping ya. I think you're overthinking about the vocabulary, grammar and so on, and then still translating ya from bahasa into English,
Yes, kind of.
kind of. Oke, Harina, nanti bisa dicoba lagi ya sendiri.
Okay, Miss.
Oke, oke, next. Gio,
Yes.
what qualities do you think a good teacher has?
Interesting question. I believe there are two qualities that a good teacher has. The first is the passion for teaching. This means like the teacher has to be someone that actually like to teach anyone to get better at something. And the second one is subject specialist. So they have to be expert or really understand the topic that they are teaching. And both of those qualities would make a great teacher.
Okay. What are the advantages of studying on a distance learning course?
Well, the most obvious one is flexibility because the distance learning allowed us to learn anytime, anywhere. And the second one is reducing the commuting time because it took a lot of time for us to commute to the place we studied. So that's the second one. And the third one maybe the cost effectiveness because the distance learning might be a lot cheaper than the face-to-face learning.
Do all children get equal opportunities in education?
As I live in Indonesia, as I observe in Indonesia, unfortunately, no. The gap between of the education in, for example, in Java and outside Java, it's quite big. The first one is the quality of the teacher. The teacher in we have a lot of teacher in Java, especially the quality teacher. But outside Java, for example, Sumatra, Kalimantan, and especially Papua, I think the number of teacher and also the quality, it's the gap is quite big. And the second one is the education infrastructure. I believe that in Jakarta we have a great uh, education facility from the school and any other tools that can help us with our education. While in outer Jakarta or even outer Java, I think it's quite difficult to access the technology and the facility to learn. So I hope that government could help to fix those problems. So the gap between for the gap for the education qualities could be narrower in the future.
Okay. What do you think, Gio?
I think the same problem.
What?
I think the point is quite interesting, but the way I deliver
Yeah,
the point, it
as I
makes
said, yeah,
I don't
you,
know.
you need to
Even
practice.
even I bored to listen to my voice the way I deliver it.
Okay. Yeah, probably that's your homework then. You need to practice and practice. Okay? Do lots
Yeah.
of practice. Because yeah, as I said that it's interesting story, it's interesting answers, but the way you deliver it gitu ya. The hesitation and then of the audible voices, kind of like apa ya, Genghis gitu. Genghis. Jadi, well actually it's well structured gitu ya. You talk about the main ideas. For example, you talk about the patient, and then after that subject specialist, and then after that you explain it gitu. Get into details and give the examples as well gitu. Cuman ya itu sih PR-nya di fluency-nya ya Gio ya.
Yeah.
And then for number 3, um, I know that you use my ideas, but it's okay. And then it's quite quite long answer. Itu
Okay.
kayak kepanjangan deh, ya. Jadi
Okay.
ya dipangkas dikit lagi. Gitu aja sih. Oke, Gio, latihan lagi ya.
Okay, Liz.
Oke, next Martin.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, what qualities do you think a good teacher has?
Well, I'm a bit on the fence on this, since teachers' incompetency has been quite an issue in Indonesia. On the one hand, teachers need to possess extremely good soft skill because they need to grow their children not on the academic sides but on the extracurricular sides as well. So they need a good leadership, public speaking to grow their children's on the non-academic sides.
Hmm.
On the other hand, teachers also need to have extremely good technical skills because they need to teach their subject of expertise to their children or their students, I mean, so they can learn and they can grasp the knowledge from their children, for from their teachers, I mean. Sorry.
Okay. What are the advantages of studying on a distance learning course?
I think there are plenty of them. On the bright side, on the first reason is people can learn or pick up so many things in such little to no times because you have internet and unlimited opportunity to dig deeper to your patients. And on top of that, you can save your money, so you don't, because you don't have to go to offline place to learn something. So yeah, I think that's the two reasons.
Do all children get equal opportunities in education?
uh Unfortunately, no, they don't. And lots of people have been debating on these kind of topics, and it boils down to one thing: can we afford an adequate, equal, and proper education to our students in Indonesia? I would say yes, because we have more than enough budgets to spend or to fix our education systems. But I think the long and inefficient chain of bureaucracy destroy them. So yeah, I think that's our problem, and we need to fix it as soon as possible.
Okay, Martin. What do you think about your speaking in part 3?
Uh, I think at the first time a little bit shaking, but after that I started to get the rhythm, I would
Yeah.
say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
And then?
and then I don't know, but I think it's quite short. I don't know, but
Not really. Well, actually, it's quite interesting answers. Yeah. Instead of talking the same apa factors, yeah, or qualities about the good teacher, you talk the other qualities such as talking about the soft skills kayak gitu ya. But still there is self corrections there gitu ya, kayak tadi diulang-ulang teachers and then children.
Yeah.
I mean students kayak gitu. Are you still translating from bahasa into English, Martin?
Not as much as I used to, but
Still ya?
still a little bit.
Yeah, because you talk it like word by word gitu. Jadi fluensinya ya masih menjadi
Yeah.
PR. But the good thing is you can use defensive words actually. And that's good then. Cuman mungkin fluensinya yang jadi PR gitu aja
Yeah.
ya. Okay, and then next. Tinggal Orselia ya. Orsel, hi
Yes,
Orsel.
Miss.
What
Yes.
qualities do you think a good teacher has?
I think a good teacher needs to be very patient, especially when students struggle to understand the subject.
Hmm.
A good, I also think a good teacher should take the time to explain things clearly and maybe in a different way.
What are the advantages of studying on a distance learning course?
For me, there are quite a few advantage from studying on distance learning course. First thing, maybe by distance learning, it allow people to study from everywhere, which is great for those who live in remote areas or have a busy schedule. It also makes a higher education more accessible for mature students who might be working or have a family.
Do all children get equal opportunities in education?
Well, for me, I would say not all children have equal opportunity in education because for me, there are several factors that contribute to this inequality, such as economy background, geography location, and access to resource. For example, probably children from wealthier family often have the chance to attend private school
Mhm.
or receiving additional tutoring, which I believe it give a significant advantage for the student uh, who join the additional tutoring. However, children from lower income family may attend only a state school that some of the state school are underfunded or lack of necessary materials like an old textbook or technology.
What do you think, Orsel?
I think the part 3 is more hard
Yeah,
than
but I think it's quite good. I mean, you can, yeah, you can answer it.
but a lot of pronunciation mistake
Such
and his
as, did you realize?
yeah, I realized the
Okay.
part 3.
Well, actually, grammatical errors that I want to mention. Several
Yeah.
factors. It should be with S because it's plural. Tadi bilangnya several factor. And then, yeah, the good thing is you make a comparison gitu ya between the privileged ones and the unlucky one gitu. And then after that, you use the vocabulary as well. Probably for number one, yeah. When you said that in different way, I think you need to elaborate it more. What do you mean by in different way gitu ya. Dan I think it's quite short gitu. Dari jawaban yang satu sama kedua, yang satu sih lebih tepatnya, itu terlalu apa pendek. Yang ke bawahnya sih udah lumayan oke. Gitu sih, Orsel ya.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, let's move on to writing. The last writing task one, yeah. Describing to data. Okay. Well, here's the example. The line graph shows visits to and from the UK from 1979 to 1999, and the bar graph shows the most popular countries visited by UK residents in 1999. Okay. From this graph, what are the main points, guys? And do you think we can combine these two graphs or not? Gimana?
I think they're somewhat related. Yeah, we can look from the first one, in which the visitors from the UK residents abroad
Mhm.
has a positive trends, a better one compared to the visits to the UK. And then moving on to the next graph, in which
Mhm.
it describes or shows the top 5 destinations for UK residents in 1999, I guess. You can highlight the number of visits to France, which is the most among
Important.
the other 4. Yeah.
Okay then. So in your body paragraph, Jeremy, how do you deliver your data then?
I would highlight the beginning of the data, which is the 1979, in which the number of visits to the UK similar to the visits abroad by UK residents, but along the way, the visits abroad is relatively experiencing a much higher increase compared to the visits to the UK,
Mhm.
which peaked at the 1999. The
Mhm.
difference is like around more than 20 millions between the inbound and outbounds.
Mhm.
And then in 1999, the UK residents visits France the most, more
Mhm.
than 10 million visitors, followed by Spain, uh, just below 10 millions, and then describe the rest, which are all below 5 millions. Yeah,
Okay, so
maybe
in your body paragraph 1, you will describe about the line
the
graph,
first graph. Yes.
and then the second body paragraph, you will describe the bar chart.
Yes, yeah.
And
I
will
guess
you
that's
combine
my
the
approach.
data? The data?
I don't think I could do that,
You
but
don't think
I
so?
think the visits abroad by UK residents is in 1999 is being visualized in details in the second graph.
Okay then. But for the overview, tadi overviewnya gimana?
Uh, the overview describe the positive trends in the number of visits abroad and the number of visits to the UK,
Mhm.
and then highlights that uh, it is peaked in the 1999, in which in 1999 itself, UK residents visits France the most.
Oke. Ya,
Yeah,
kayak gitu ya. Berarti udah bisa dong. Gak usah
hopefully.
dijelasin.
But still, I need to learn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as you guys can see, yeah, here are there are two graphs. The first one is line graph, and then after that, the second one is bar chart. So basically, when it comes to introduction, as usual, yeah, we can paraphrasing the question. So the first one we talk about the line graph, and then after that the bar chart. Kayak gini aja simple gitu, cuman ditambahin kayak apa ya, while bla 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 atau whereas or else kayak gitu. The line graph illustrates the number of visitors in millions from the UK who went abroad and those that came to the UK between bla 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 gitu. Jadi just paraphrasing the question. And then after that, baru masuk di question yang si bar chartnya ya. While the bar chart shows which countries were the most popular for UK residents to visit in 1999 gitu. Nah, untuk yang overview-nya, overall, it can be seen that visits to and from the UK increase. Jadi, the most important thing, gitu ya. Tadi Jeremy udah bilang sih, positive trends kan. And then, that France was the most popular country to go to. Ya, jadi cuma diambil highlight-nya aja, gitu ya. In both graphs, gitu. Jadi, kedua-duanya yang paling penting tuh yang mana? Gitu doang sih. Simple. Dan masuk ke body paragraph gitu ya. Di sini kita bisa lihat, to begin the number of visits abroad by UK residents was higher than for those that came to the UK. Jadi ini ngomongin tentang yang line graph dulu ya. And this remained so throughout the period. The figure started at a similar amount around 10 million, but visits abroad increased significantly to over 50 million, whereas the number of overseas residents rose steadily to reach just under 30 million. Okay, then after that, by far, the most popular countries to visit in 1999 were France at approximately 11 million visitors, followed by Spain at 9 million. The USA, Greece, and Turkey were far less popular at around 4, 3, and 2 million visitors respectively. Jadi kayak gitu. Nggak harus di-combine gitu ya. Antara graf yang pertama dan yang kedua. Kalau yang nggak bisa di-combine ya sendiri-sendiri aja gitu. Dan kalau kalian bisa lihat dari sini, body paragrafnya tuh kayak simple banget gitu kan. Jadi lebih enak aja, well structured, and then after that efektif juga ya. In apa, can describe it in effective way gitu. Soalnya kalau kayak gini dia mengkelompokkan ya di USA, Greece, and Turkey far less popular, for example gitu. Terus tinggal diurutin aja angkanya 4, 3, 2 respectively gitu. Okay. Is there any question for two data questions? Kira-kira ada yang ditanyakan nggak?
All good, I think.
All good. Latihan ya. Nah, di sini ada, oke, ada bar chart sama pie chart. Mungkin kita bikin introduction sama overview-nya dulu aja kali ya. Terus nanti body paragrafnya seperti biasa, em, kayak kerangkanya aja. Oke? Making a plan for your body paragraph. Kekecilan nggak tulisannya guys? Nggak kan? Kepotong ya? Nggak ding? Okay, Jeremy, could you please read your answer?
Yes, sure. So for this question one, the introduction would be the bar chart illustrates factors that influence adults' decision to pursue education, while the pie diagram shows how tuition fee is shared among taxpayer, individual, and employer. There's a typo actually in the intro part.
Okay.
And then moving on to the overview, it sounds from an overall perspective, most of adults decides to study due to interest in subject, and it can be seen that individual covers most of the fee of each course he or she takes. Then for the body paragraph one, I would explain the key points in the bar charts, maybe highlighting the number one and also the number two and the last one, and also states the percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second paragraph regarding the pie chart, I would describe the percentages of each personnel who pay the course and how it's shared.
Okay then. So for body paragraph 1, you only mention the the first and the second important ones gitu.
And then the last
Or
one.
maybe also the last one. Okay.
Yes.
How about the remaining?
The remaining, honestly, I don't see any reason to highlight them.
Okay. Probably you can make a group of the remaining factors. Ya nggak sih? Kayak mirip-mirip kayak 22, 20, 20. Ya,
Yeah.
actually. Kayaknya gitu sih ya, Cer ya. Jangan dihilangkan. Oke.
Okay.
Next, Arina.
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, could you please read your answer?
The bar chart depicts the reasons of adult study decisions, while the pie chart illustrates how the cost of adult course should be divided. It clearly shown that the biggest force to study is driven by interest in subject resulting from the survey. Moreover, most of respondents are agreed that cost of learning should be charged individually. For the paragraph 1, I will explain the first chart, elaborate the other reasons why adults pursue their education, and in the body paragraph 2, explain the second chart, how the respondents think about cost division of adult education.
Okay. The first chart elaborated the other reasons why adults pursue their education. Okay. And then what the respondents think about cost divisions. Oke dan ya silakan itu ya dikerjakan ya.
Okay, Miss.
Gio,
Yeah.
yeah, could you please read?
The bar chart shows percentage across various reasons of adults deciding their study, while the pie chart displays the distribution of people opinion on course cost structure. Sorry. Overall, the deciding reason to pick a study is the interest towards the subject, with most people agreeing on individual have the largest responsibility to pay for their study. According to the bar chart, there are two most outstanding factors that highly considered for their study, which are interesting topic and how it helps them to qualify for securing a job. Then I will move to the other reason for that paragraph.
Mhm.
And then moving to the last paragraph, in the pie chart, the largest share, followed by individual, followed by employee with 5% difference. Then I will move to the last one.
Oke.
But I
Overallnya,
do have,
overall
ya,
ini panjang banget ya.
ya sedikit panjang. Ya,
Enggak sedikit lah, ini panjang. Ya kalau overall tuh overview jangan terlalu detail ya. Pilih yang main points-nya aja gitu, diambil dari bar chart and then di apa namanya? Di pie chart-nya. Gitu ya, Gio ya.
ya, from ini overall till their study,
Kenapa?
I think it's quite only one sentence.
Only one sentence, really?
Yeah, from overall until their study, and the according to until the other
Oh,
reason.
they
I
say.
think it's the first paragraph description.
Oh, I see. Probably it's because paraphrasing ya.
Yeah.
Oh, oke deh. Aku pikir kamu
Eh.
ngejelasin sampai detail.
Oh.
Iya ini masih the move to other reasons related to employment in the pie chart, ledgers, bla bla bla. Iya ini quite details. Nanti masuknya ke body paragraph aja, Gio. Imagine that you became an examiner, and then after that you see the overall. Mereka bakalan kayak ngernitin dahi kayak, loh, ini overall overview atau body paragraph kayak gitu. Contohnya overviewnya kayak tadi aja yang main points di bar chart apa misalnya the highest gitu ya. And then after that di pie chartnya juga apa yang the highest gitu aja. Oke. Yang paling penting. Nanti baru masuk di body paragraphnya.
Yeah, but I do have question about the pie chart.
Ya.
I'm not really sure about what it means here, because it's how people think the cost of adult education should be shared.
How the cost of
But
each course should
yeah,
be shared.
but the one responsible is individual employer and taxpayer. So it's quite confusing, the data. Why employer and taxpayer have to pay for adult education? I don't really get it.
It could be scholarship or
Ah,
sponsorship, right?
okay.
Gitu.
Yeah, could
Oke.
be.
Ya. Gitu ya, Gio. Nanti overview-nya tolong diperbaikin ya.
Okay.
Oke, dan Martin.
Yeah. So for the overview, the given bar graph, the image is the outcome of the reason why major people choose their field of study.
Mhm.
Whereas the pie chart reveals the people's opinion on how the cost of their study should be divided. Looking from an FL perspective, the enthusiasm on the major events. And is the most frequent answer, while the most of the participants think that the degree takers need to fund.
Oke. Jadi yang body paragraph 1 most answered and the second one.
Sorry. The second overall, I think it's the participants think that the degree takers don't want or no need to fund themselves.
Oh, oke dan. Ya,
Yeah,
nanti tinggal di itu ya, elaborate it more. And then the last one, Orselia.
Okay. Due to these charts display the 6 primary factors that drive adults to pursue learning and show who should bear the cost of adult education. In general, it is evident that the majority of individuals participate in adult course due to their personal interest in the subject matter. Furthermore, most believe that the expense of this course should be divided between individuals. And for the paragraph 1, I will explain about the first chart and by using the data also. And then for the body paragraph 2,
Mhm.
I will extend the second chart.
Okay then. Yeah. As usual, it became your homework. Gitu ya guys. Kira-kira untuk yang to data ada yang ditanyakan nggak? Is there any question?
Nothing from my end.
Okay. Yang lainnya? Nggak ada?
Nggak ada, Miss.
Okay then. Probably that's all ya for tonight. Thank you so much for joining my class and have a good night. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Miss.
You're
Waalaikumsalam. Thank
welcome.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's